Hello, I'm Cheri Sterman. Welcome to today's Read Along, Draw Along program. Our special guests are Crayolian Cheri, author of What's That, and illustrator Basia Tran. So get cozy and ready to enjoy this story and art experience.
Hello to everyone who's joining us. We are going to start by reading our book, What's That? Jackson had discerning taste. He liked to eat good stuff. He even ate the things that made some other children huff. He fancied camembert and spicy tofu stew. He also ate green hummus well before he learned to chew. But what he loved above all else was food his family made, like tiny dumplings or steamed buns, all twisted in a braid. You can see the steamed buns right here. Cooking in the kitchen was a special time for Jax, surrounded by aromas and the sounds of chops and blacks. His grandma was an expert chef, so graceful with a knife. She never needed recipes. She'd been cooking all her life. She used her hands for every task to measure, mix, and pleat. And Jax could always count on her to sneak him something sweet. So when the day arrived for Jax to start at Dapple Gray, she packed him tasty luro fan, so good it made rice sing, and added Jax's favorite snack, a chewy tongyobing. Here you can see the luro fan, which is this saucy meat dish that's on top of the delicious rice, as well as the tongyobing, which is a scallion pancake. When noon arrived, he couldn't wait to eat his homemade treat. But he noticed other lunches on his way to find a seat. Everyone had sandwiches, like ham or turkey brie. No one had a lunch like his as far as he could see. Mia cheered with Kevin, "Peanut butter is the best!" Jax began to wish he had the same lunch as the rest. His food stuck out amid a sea of deli meat and bread. Then his heart sank deeper when he heard what others said. "What is that? Ew, that looks weird." Hesitant to eat, he sat there feeling quite alone. When Mina asked, "What's that?" in a kind and eager tone, Jax described each item, showing Mina this and that. When it came to things he liked, the boy could really chat. "We make these pancake sundaes just as soon as I'm awake, but not the fluffy kinds you stack in layers like a cake. Nai rolls the dough real thin and brushes them with oil. I scatter onions on the top and shape each in a coil. One by one, we cook them in a red-hot frying pan until each pancake's toasted to the perfect shade of tan." Mina was surprised. She had a swirly pancake too. Parathas brushed with ghee had a flake. Parathas and tongyobing are very close. They're very similar. And parathas are also brushed with ghee, which is a clarified butter that makes them really delicious and moist, really yummy. Mina boldly poured some dal atop of mound of rice, fragrant from some curry leaves and mustard seeds and spice. "My favorite times are cooking with my mama in the kitchen. She says sharing food is how we celebrate tradition. The food we eat is who we are, like clothing, skin, or hair." Then Mina scooped up dal and rice without a single care. The two continued on with tales of edible delight about endless handmade ramyeon and coffee pops at night. And busy chopsticks moving round a steamy bubbling pot, and the many variations of tangy, crunchy chaat. This is chaat right here, and this is the bubbling hot pot. And beautiful designs on mooncakes in mid-autumn, and comfort from a simple bowl of hot and sour rasam. Although their meals appeared to come from places far apart, Jax and Mina shared their stories, speaking from the heart. He'd never tried parathas, but indeed, Jax understood how loving hands are all you need to make them taste so good. Perhaps the food his family ate was not weird after all, but something to eat proudly, just like Mina and her doll. Jax no longer thought about the judgment and the jeers, and to the foods they cherished, the new friends yelled out, "Cheers! That's what's that?"
Karen, that was fantastic. Please tell us what inspired this book and what you hope that listeners take away from hearing this story.
Thanks, Cheri. I love food, and so food was definitely an inspiration for this book. And I hope that all the listeners, after hearing this story, really love and embrace the foods that they eat and are really proud of where they come from. And food can often be an opportunity for us to make friends with each other and explore other people's cultures and where they come from and their families. So I hope readers take this opportunity to ask a friend and explore some of their cultural heritage and some of the foods that they might eat at home.
Thank you, Karen, for sharing such an important message with our viewers. Now we're really excited to have Basia show you how she created the art in the book, and you'll be able to draw along as she shows you how to create dumplings.
This story celebrates both what connects us and what makes each of us. Today, I'll show you how to draw one of the delicious foods featured in the book. Do you remember when Jackson talks about how special it is to cook with his family in the kitchen? They make all kinds of dishes, like dumplings. Did you know that nearly every culture has its own version of a dumpling? As we create different dumplings together, think about the ones you've tried and how they might be similar or different. Our first step will be to draw the shape. In many cultures, the dough is typically beige, but I've seen some that are pink, green, or even purple. You can choose from many markers and crayons. I will make this one a regular beige. Chinese dumplings are typically circular, so let's draw a big circle, leaving a little space on the top where the dumpling dough is pinched to prevent the filling from spilling out. You can draw it like this. Then we have Indian samosas, which you could simplify as a triangle. The dough is pinched on this side, and you can draw it like this. I was born and raised in Poland, where we have pierogi. You can draw them by drawing a straight line. So let's do it like this over here. And we complete it by drawing half a circle, like a rainbow. Pierogi are pinched often with a fork. So these are our regular dumplings. If you want, you can make them cute by drawing 2 little circles for eyes on each of them. And a little half circle for the smile. And if you'd like, you can add some blush with pink. Little ovals for blush. Or again circles. Or with lines like this. Aren't they cute? Now for the next ones, let's pretend we can see inside them. I have made these beforehand, so you can repeat the process, and now you can fill them with whatever tasty things you imagine. Some pierogi are pleated, so instead of a straight rainbow, we can draw scallops like this, and little pockets in which we will put the filling. I'm going to fill the dumpling with my favorite fruit, cherries. You can use red crayons and just have fun with it. Even though cherries are red, they are rarely just one color, so you can pick many different shades of red to do this. And you can mix between crayons and markers. Fill with little hearts. And even like a lighter, maybe a salmon. Or maybe there were some unripened cherries inside. If you feel like it, you can add some smiley faces to the cherries. Samosas are typically filled with delicious potato and peas. Conveniently, we have these color changing markers. So we are going to cover the whole space with this orange for spiced curry potatoes. And now we are going to add some peas, which are of course green. For pierogi, we can fill them with blueberries. And for this one, I think I am going to use one of these papers. This one fits quite well. So we're going to eye the shape and size. And a little narrower. There you go. If you ever get a chance to try fruit pierogi, I definitely recommend them. They are probably my favorite. And to make it extra fancy, you can add some glitter. Now we have 3 deliciously filled dumplings, and you can fill them really with anything you want. Here, I made a couple more. And you can imagine, so here for example, I filled one with a rainbow. So you can think about how that would taste. Here I filled one with cheese and spinach, another one with blueberries, one with chocolate. And there you go. Now you know how to draw some delicious dumplings. Thanks for drawing with me.
Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Basia. Parents and teachers, are you interested in more sessions like this? You can be the first to know about our next Read Along, Draw Along program and the other free programs that we offer by subscribing to the Crayola Learning YouTube channel. Thank you, Karen and Basia, for inspiring us to share our traditions and our favorite tastes of our favorite foods. And thanks to our friends at Glue Books for publishing this wonderful story. And a very special thanks for all of you who joined us today. Bye-bye.